Oh. Hey everyone, Collar here with Rise and Klazard, and we're doing set 3 of CJ versus Khan. CJ up 2-0 against the once formidable Samson Khan. However, in the Winners League, they didn't even make it into the playoffs, and in Pro League so far this season, well, at least so far in this series, they're not doing very well. And in the third game, they've sent out by.Great to face Effort. This could change the tide for them. However, Effort is a very good Zerg versus Zerg player also. by.Great, of course, known for ZVZ, really the best ZVZ player, one of the best ZVZ players around, certainly the best one on Khan. And they're going to be playing on Neo Medusa, which is slightly different from old Medusa. It has much more buildable places in the middle for Terran players to take advantage of. Of course, that's going to make no difference in this game. Effort, of course, also one of the best Zergs around for a while. He looked like someone who could actually take on Jaedong head-on, but obviously that didn't happen. Jaedong, of course, has not lost a ZVZ in a very long time, whereas Effort has lost a couple. So we'll see how Effort does here against by.Great. Should be a good ZVZ, though, overall.
Yeah, all the pressure on... Sorry,
Rose. Oh, confusion. I win. Effort actually not a bad Zerg player at all. He definitely is good,
tired.
even in ZVZ, and certainly if he had a chance, if anyone had a chance to beat Jaedong, Effort was at the top of the list. And actually, when Jaedong was borderline in his 80% win rate in ZVZ, Effort was the one person who was going to either make or break that record, and Effort had a chance, and everyone thought that he really did have that opportunity, that chance to dethrone Jaedong, or at least keep him below that 80% win rate, and he could not do it. I believe I actually commentated that game with Cholera, if anyone was looking for it, a while back, and Jaedong did definitely come out ahead in that match. And
that's right.
But Jaedong isn't playing in this game, and really all we know is that Effort was the one that could actually fight Jaedong and potentially stand a chance. And now, who's fighting Effort? And that's by.Great. And really, by.Great, also known as Hades, but I'll continue to call him by.Great if I can remember. He's not a bad ZVZ player either, but I still think that Effort is going to have the edge in skill level and at the same time exposure level, because by.Great, I mean, while he's played he's starting to play more and more Pro League games at this point, Effort really is one of CJ's stars. They put him out a lot, and they make sure that he gets that gameplay that he needs to continue to get to the top. And really, I think that Effort will get to the top, and maybe one day he will be able to defeat Jaedong. But right now, he can't. And right now, he's probably still the only hope that Zerg has in defeating a player like Jaedong. But we'll have to see what he's able to do against a player like by.Great.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I just have a problem with a person calling themselves great. It just somehow, I don't know. It's like George Bush saying he's the greatest president the United States has ever had. Although by.Great is actually a decent Zerg player, I would prefer to call him Hades. I'm not sure which color is which, by the way, guys. It looks like oops, they've gone away to a poster, so I'll get back to you guys with the colors in a second and the positions. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of reminds me of the emperor with no clothes, or it reminds me of all these football players who think they're amazing and wear like colored shoes. So it looks like we've got CJ in yellow, so we've got Effort in yellow at the 6 o'clock position and Hades in red at the 2 o'clock position. But yeah, it reminds me of football players, and I mean real football, as in soccer, not American football, who wear multicolored boots because they think they're so amazing. And a good example of that is Cristiano Ronaldo, who wears pink boots, which is appropriate because he likes to fall over and cry like a big girl all the time. Speaking of falling over and crying like a big girl, I think we should send Firebat Hero a pink mouse after what happened to him recently. So anyway, let's get on with the Zerg versus Zerg. Effort versus Hades. Okay, fine. We'll send the pink mouse to Rise because he was crying on Firebat Hero's behalf. But we got Effort versus Hades, and this is going to be a good game of StarCraft.
Oh, definitely will be. Looks like CJ's Effort is going to go for a 9-pool speed here, or 9-pool gas rather. We'll see if he goes for speed. And here we're going to see, I think, a 12 hatch from the red player here by.Great. This could be disastrous for him. It is going to be disastrous for him because, especially with the Overlord. going in the right position.
my
There's
God.
no way that Effort is not going to see this, and he's going to react the only way he can react by sending a bunch of Lings over and killing things left and right, which is what he's going to do. So the question is he going to go for the drones? Is he going to go for the hatchery? Second question is, when Great finds out the bad news that there's a 9 pool, is he going to cancel the hatchery, or is he going to let it, just basically let it stand? I don't know. There's a lot of decision making here, but any way you cut it, he is going to be behind at the end of this little skirmish that's going to come up.
I agree, man. He's in a lot of trouble, and already we see those links heading over there. His speed is certainly being upgraded. Effort knows that he's definitely got a build order advantage starting right off the bat here. And I mean, even by the time that Zerglings pop out for Great, they're going to be late. And it amazes me because I thought that Great had already seen the Overlord of Effort before he put that hatchery down. Maybe I was just seeing things, but that was what I thought was going on. But instead, Effort is able to get those lings there before anything is able to defend here. Drones trying to defend over here, but what are they going to be able to do against 6 Zerglings? 6 drones for 6 Zerglings. No, 9 drones for 6
all the
Zerglings. Even that, what do you think is going to happen here? Oh, they're trying to stop these lings, but guess what? These lings are focusing.
Hatchery!
Focusing fire, and then hatchery is going to go down. There's a couple more lings trying to... No, it goes down! Oh my god, the drones do nothing. They do nothing to defend except to slow down the mining of by.Great, and by.Great is so far behind at this point. I don't even know if it's worth calling this a game anymore. Effort has won this game firmly by the fact that by.Great can't do anything. He has finally got some lings out of himself, but the larva is blocking his hatchery from going down. Finally, the creep kills the larva by disappearing, and by.Great is able to get the hatchery down, but now he's too busy spending that money on lings or whatever. It takes him a little while. He does finally get it down, but already we see the spire going down for Effort. So Effort's so far ahead in this game that it actually hurts to commentate at this point, because we don't even see a lair going down for by.Great, and by.Great, he's going to lose the hatchery again. It's going to get destroyed by lings, and really by.Great, there's no way that he could be in this game anymore.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens. It's sometimes you take a risk, it doesn't pay off, and you lose, and that's what happened. That's what's happened to Hades in this game. He took a risk, went for a 12 hatch build, and unfortunately for him, he went 12 hatch against the perfect counter. It's like he chose rock against his opponent's paper. And the thing about StarCraft is that you don't have to play a rock paper scissors game, but when you do, and you choose the wrong one, you can't whine when you lose. So he's just gonna have to take it. And I'm not sure that was such a great idea, considering his team were 2-0 down and they were relying on him to pull them out of the fire. To me, it shows a lack of confidence in his own abilities. Kind of like how Savior in the Zerg versus Zerg, I believe it was against Zero, which finally knocked him out in the MSL. We saw Savior going for kind of strange builds all the time, and it was probably because Savior wasn't confident. Right, and he wasn't confident in his Mutalist micro versus Zero, and he was right not to be, because in the end Zero managed to overcome him with superior Mutalist micro. Just as in this game, Hades was clearly not confident versus Effort, and we've seen why. So GG to CJ Entus, and Savior and his team are tearing it up. And just for the record, by the way, guys, I prefer this Pro League format to the Winners League, even though it was great to watch Bisu and Jaedong and Flash get all kills, and Sky High finally. That was a dream come true, to watch a player come out of nowhere and take out the entire Woojin Stars League of Oz team. Nevertheless, I still prefer this format.
Well, right now, we have seen CJ win 3-0. I gotta say, by.Great there, going for, a strategy that I just don't think works very well in general. I mean, the 12 pool into expansion in ZVZ has now become the new standard because it is relatively safe against a 9 pool. It still will take some damage if the 9 pooler is very good with its micro, but it won't instantly lose like in this case. I mean, I don't even know. Could Jaedong have won in this situation being the 12 hatch? That's the only question there's left. If this was Jaedong, maybe he would have been able to do it somehow, somehow save his hatchery, but no, I don't even think that would have been possible against Effort at least. Effort just all he did was attack the hatchery and it went down, and that was it. But I gotta say, Savior looking back in shape, and there's Much! Grandpa Toss randomly appearing out of nowhere.
He just wet his pants.
Look, did he just forget to stay on stage on the left side?
Your question sounds a little bit to me like, would the Germans have won World War II if Hitler didn't have the tactical adeptness of Hyok? But I don't know.
Well, I don't
Hey,
know. I mean,
Hyuk is a good player.
Anyway.
I don't care what anybody says.
I'm going to cast the Hyuk games, by the way. Hyuk versus Sky High versus Flash versus Crazy Hydra. No kidding, in the MST. Randomly.
Crazy Hydra is a cool name. I like Crazy Hydra.
He's a household name. We're all big fans of Crazy Hydra here.
He's got nothing on Hyuk.
Yuck, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
All right. Well, it would take Hyuk beating. Let's see. Hyuk beating Flash. No, Hyuk beating Sky High and Crazy Hydra beating Flash for them two to meet. So, hopefully that that doesn't happen.
Well, I guess that's it for us from CJ versus Khan. I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised that CJ took this so quickly in a 3-0 match against Khan. Khan, obviously, one of the better teams in the Pro League in the past couple of years, getting to the finals more often than not. And CJ, not exactly as able to do the
Save your
same.
wearing makeup.
Certainly making a point right there. What's that?
Is Savior wearing makeup? He looks like he does. He is there for some reason.
Oh, it would have been awesome if he lost in the Fire Bat Hero because he would have cried, and then we would have seen like his mascara,
The mascara.
going down his face as he cried.
I don't
Oh,
think
it's
he was wearing
too
mascara,
bad.
but his face did seem very. I don't know. Maybe he was wearing foundation or something. I wouldn't. I hope not. I
He
hope
would.
not. This is blasphemy.
No,
this is
Raw.
blasphemy.
All right, guys.
Alright.
GG. I hope you guys enjoyed that set. I'm going to close it off at this point, and we'll catch you guys in the next commentary.
Hangman.
GG!
Sorry. What's wrong with me? GG.
정말 말씀해주셨듯이 젠가 무너지듯이 한 번 잘못 끼워 맞춘 것이 와르르 무너지면서 결국에는 경기 3대 0의 패배까지 이어졌네요.
제가 그 말을 딱 하나 했거든요. 그게 이 마재현 선수가 그동안 꽝꽝 묶였던 봉인을 딱 풀어